More than 2 decades after The Sopranos revolutionized television, its cast remains etched in fans' memories. But where are they now? From Tony Soprano's commanding presence to Carmela's resilience, each actor has taken unique paths since the series ended. Some have reached new heights in Hollywood, others have stepped out of the spotlight, and a few have faced personal challenges. In 2025, we revisit the lives and careers of the iconic stars who brought this legendary series to life. James Gandolfini was born on September 18, 1961, in Westwood, New Jersey. He portrayed Tony Soprano, the complex and morally ambiguous mob boss, beginning in 1999 when he was 38 years old. His early life was shaped by the modest struggles of his Italian-American family. His father was a janitor, and his mother was a high school cafeteria worker. James pursued acting after a brief stint as a nightclub manager, finding fame later in life. While his role in The Sopranos cemented him as one of television's greatest actors, the fame came with emotional tolls. His personal life was tumultuous. He married Marcy Wodarski in 1999, and the pair had a son, Michael. However, their marriage dissolved in 2002, reportedly amid allegations of substance abuse and infidelity. James remarried Deborah Lynn in 2008, and they welcomed a daughter, Liliana. Despite this, his struggles with depression and addiction persisted. His life was marred by public battles with weight and health issues. On June 19, 2013, at the age of 51, he tragically succumbed to a heart attack while on vacation in Italy, leaving behind a legacy of brilliance and unfulfilled potential. Frank Vincent, born April 15, 1937, in North Adams, Massachusetts, brought an unmatched intensity to his portrayal of Phil Leotardo, a ruthless mob boss who entered The Sopranos in 2004 at the age of 67. Raised in a traditional Italian-American household, Frank initially pursued a career as a musician before transitioning to acting in his 30s. Despite appearing in iconic films like Goodfellas and Raging Bull, his journey was far from smooth. He faced years of financial instability and struggled to break free from typecasting as a mobster. Married to Kathleen Vincent for decades, their union endured personal tragedies, including the loss of a close family member. Frank's resilience was tested further by health issues. In 2017, he underwent heart surgery, which led to complications. He passed away on September 13, 2017, at the age of 80. His death marked the end of a storied career and life characterized by perseverance through hardship. Tony Sirico, born on July 24, 1942, in Brooklyn, New York, led a life that seemed to mirror the gangster persona he embodied on screen. At 57 years old, he debuted as Paulie Walnuts Galtieri in 1999, a role that capitalized on his charisma and personal history of brushes with the law. Before acting, Tony spent much of his youth involved in criminal activities, resulting in over 20 arrests. This troubled past haunted him, even as he found redemption in acting. Sirico never married, and while he fathered 2 children, he maintained a private life, shying away from public scrutiny. His later years were marked by declining health and a battle with dementia. Despite his efforts to keep his struggles private, his condition worsened, and he passed away on July 8, 2022, at the age of 79, leaving behind a legacy intertwined with the gritty, authentic portrayals he brought to life on screen. Tom Aldridge, born on February 28, 1928, had a long and fruitful career in acting. He is best known for his role as Hugh DeAngelis in The Sopranos, 2000, where he portrayed a key family figure in the Soprano clan. Aldridge was already 72 years old when he began his stint on the show, having spent decades working in theater and television. His career was filled with critically acclaimed roles, but his personal life wasn't without hardship. Aldridge married and had children, but like many actors of his era, the pressures of his career strained his family life. His later years were marked by his battle with lymphoma, a disease that ultimately claimed his life on July 22, 2011, at the age of 83. Despite his health struggles, he remained dedicated to his craft until the end, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances. His death marked the loss of a respected actor whose work continued to resonate with audiences well into his twilight years. Suzanne Shepard, born on October 31, 1934, was a beloved actress who gained recognition for her role as Mary DeAngelis in The Sopranos, 2000. At 66, she was no stranger to the challenges of balancing a career and personal life. Shepard's acting career, which spanned several decades, often featured roles in which she portrayed resilient, strong women. However, her personal life was marred by family struggles and health issues. She was married and had children, but faced difficulties in her relationships, which were affected by her career demands and personal tragedies. In her later years, Shepard faced severe health challenges, including chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and kidney failure. These conditions gradually took a toll on her, and she passed away on November 17, 2023, at the age of 89. Though she lived a long life, her health struggles left her in a vulnerable state in her final years. Despite this, Shepard's contributions to the entertainment industry are still remembered fondly, and her legacy endures through her work. Nancy Marshon, born on June 19, 1928, was an esteemed actress with a career spanning theater, film, and television. Her most famous role came in 1999 when she played Livia Soprano, the manipulative and emotionally complex mother of Tony Soprano in The Sopranos. She was 71 when she began the role, bringing depth and intensity to the character. Outside of her professional life, Marshon experienced her share of personal difficulties, particularly her health struggles in her later years. She was married and had children, but details of her marriage and family life remain mostly private. Her health deteriorated as she battled both lung cancer and emphysema, which deeply affected her. Marshon's life was tragically cut short when she passed away from these illnesses on June 18, 2000, just one day before her 72nd birthday. Her death left a void in the acting world, as her portrayal of Livia Soprano remains one of the most iconic in television history. Peter Bogdanovich, born on July 30, 1939, played Dr. Elliot Kupferberg in The Sopranos starting in 2000 when he was 61 years old. His early years were marked by hardship, as his family fled from Europe to escape the turmoil of World War II. Peter became a well-known director in the 1970s with the success of The Last Picture Show, 1971, earning critical acclaim for his storytelling. However, his career suffered due to poor receptions of subsequent films, including At Long Last Love, 1975. Professionally and personally, Peter faced many challenges, including a marriage to Polly Platt that ended after an affair with actress Sybil Shepherd. His life was further marred by the tragic murder of his girlfriend, Dorothy Stratton, in 1980. Despite these personal and professional setbacks, Peter found work in television and films, including his role on The Sopranos. In his later years, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, which he bravely fought until his death on January 6, 2022, at the age of 82. John Cha-Cha Charcha, born on May 24, 1940, portrayed Albie Cianfloni in The Sopranos during its final season in 2006, when he was 66 years old. John's life was deeply entwined with the vibrant culture of Little Italy in New York, where he was known not just for his acting but for his role as a prominent local figure, including his work as a restaurateur and radio personality. Raised in an Italian-American family, John experienced the ups and downs of both personal and professional life. He was married to Joanna Charcha, and though their union was marked by affection, it also faced pressures, particularly financial. While John's acting career included numerous roles in film and television, he never fully broke into the mainstream. Despite his larger-than-life persona, John remained a private man, and his life came to an end after a brief illness on November 21, 2015, at the age of 75. He left behind a legacy of fond memories with friends, colleagues, and the community he had helped shape. Frank Pellegrino, born on May 19, 1944, began his role as Bureau Chief Frank Cubitoso in The Sopranos in 1999, at the age of 55. Frank's early life in East Harlem shaped his gritty, no-nonsense persona both on and off the screen. He came from a family of immigrants and worked his way up from humble beginnings, becoming an actor later in life. He was most widely known for his role in Goodfellas, 1990, and for co-owning the iconic Rouse restaurant in New York City, where he cultivated relationships with influential figures in both the culinary and entertainment worlds. Despite his success, Frank's personal life wasn't without difficulties. His marriage to Josephine was tested by his lengthy battle with lung cancer, a fight he faced with great resilience. Frank's health deteriorated over time, and he passed away on January 31, 2017, at the age of 72. His death left a void not just in the entertainment world but in the hearts of those who admired his talent, character, and commitment to his family. Anthony J. Rastello, born on August 6, 1966, took on the role of Dante Greco in The Sopranos in 2004, when he was 38 years old. Growing up in a working-class Italian-American family in the Bronx, his childhood was shaped by both close-knit familial bonds and financial struggles. Despite these challenges, Anthony's passion for acting emerged early, leading him to pursue roles that showcased his larger-than-life persona and authentic New York charm. His career, though modest, included memorable performances in shows like Rescue Me and films such as The Devil Wears Prada. Off-screen, Rastello experienced a tumultuous personal life. His marriage to a childhood sweetheart ended in divorce after years of strain due to his demanding career and mounting health issues. They had one daughter, Isabella, whom he adored but struggled to support emotionally during his periods of ill health. Battling kidney failure for years, Anthony faced an uphill struggle compounded by financial woes and isolation in his later years. He passed away on December 28, 2019, at 53 years old due to complications from kidney failure. David Margulies, born on February 19, 1937, portrayed Neil Mink in The Sopranos beginning in 2000, at the age of 63. Raised in a Jewish household in Brooklyn, his childhood was steeped in both cultural richness and economic uncertainty. Margulies honed his craft on the stage, becoming a respected actor in theater before transitioning to film and television. Best known for his roles in Ghostbusters and Scarface, his career reflected a deep versatility and commanding presence. Behind the scenes, Margulies experienced a quieter but equally dramatic life. His marriage to a fellow actor dissolved after years of artistic differences and conflicting priorities, though the pair remained on amicable terms. They had no children, and David often spoke of his work as his true legacy. Despite professional success, he faced several personal losses. Diagnosed with cancer in his later years, Margulies spent his final days reflecting on a life filled with art, connection, and resilience. He passed away on January 11, 2016, at 78 years old, remembered for his gravitas and warmth both on and off the screen. Greg Antonacci, born on February 2, 1947, joined The Sopranos as Butch DeConcini in 2006, at the age of 59. A Brooklyn native, Greg grew up with dreams of becoming a writer but found his true calling in front of the camera. His career was marked by a mix of comedic and dramatic roles, with highlights including appearances in The Rockford Files and Boardwalk Empire. Despite professional highs, Greg's personal life was far from idyllic. His first marriage ended after only a few years, leaving him emotionally drained and distant from his two children, Ethan and Sarah. The strain of divorce and the demands of his career took a toll on his health, and he was diagnosed with cancer in his mid-60s. A private man, Greg endured his illness with quiet dignity, continuing to act and write until the very end. He died on September 20, 2017, at 70 years old, surrounded by family who remembered him as a man of wit, depth, and unshakable determination. Joe Santos, born on June 9, 1931, in Brooklyn, New York, was raised in a working-class Italian-American family. His father left when Joe was young, and his mother raised him and his siblings alone. Joe had a rough childhood and was often forced to help support the family. Before turning to acting, he worked a variety of jobs, including truck driver and nightclub bouncer. His big break came later in life when he was cast as Angelo Garipe in The Sopranos in 2004 at the age of 73. Although his career took off at an advanced age, his personal life was marked by numerous tragedies. Joe faced the grief of losing his youngest son in a car accident, struggled with financial problems due to bad investments, and suffered a divorce after 25 years of marriage. His later years were also overshadowed by health issues. On March 18, 2016, Joe Santos passed away from a heart attack at the age of 84, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and grit. Edie Falco, born on July 5, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York, grew up in an artistic environment with a jazz drummer father and an actress mother. Despite her creative upbringing, her parents' divorce during her childhood had a lasting emotional impact on her. Edie found solace in acting, and her breakout role as Carmela Soprano in The Sopranos began in 1999 when she was 36. While the role brought her fame and multiple awards, her personal life was filled with struggles. Edie faced a battle with alcoholism in her younger years, and while she overcame that, she still dealt with the aftermath of a painful breakup with a long-term partner. Despite being in the public eye, she chose to remain unmarried and focused on raising her two adopted children, Anderson and Macy. Her health took a blow when she was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2003, but she bravely fought the disease and came out stronger. Now 61 years old in 2025, Edie continues to act, using her platform to raise awareness about cancer and recovery while focusing on her children and personal growth. Steven Van Zandt, born on November 22, 1950, portrayed the iconic Silvio Dante in The Sopranos, starting in 1999 at the age of 49. Before becoming a household name in the show, Steven was a key figure in the music world, known for his work with Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band. Despite his fame, his life has been marked by turbulent personal struggles. Raised in a working-class Italian-American family, he was no stranger to hardship. His early career was a whirlwind of music tours, but his personal life was far from harmonious. His first marriage ended in divorce, and while he remarried, his relationships were strained by his intense work schedule and the pressures of his celebrity status. Steven has one daughter, who he remains close to. Although his career flourished in both music and acting, it came with its share of emotional turmoil. His battle with addiction and a deeply personal struggle with identity led to periods of isolation and mental health challenges. Today, at 74 years old in 2025, he remains an influential figure in entertainment. Michael Imperioli, born on March 26, 1966, in Mount Vernon, New York, had a challenging childhood in a strict Italian-American family. Although he was drawn to acting from a young age, his conservative parents had reservations about his career choice. He pursued acting despite their concerns, landing his breakout role as Christopher Moltisanti in The Sopranos in 1999 at 33 years old. His portrayal of the troubled mobster brought him fame, but his personal life mirrored the character's struggles. Imperioli wrestled with substance abuse, which ultimately led to a divorce from his wife after allegations of emotional neglect. He later remarried and had 3 children, Vadim, David, and Isabella. Despite his professional success, his career experienced many ups and downs, including several box office failures and projects that did not live up to expectations. Now 58 years old in 2025, Imperioli has reinvented himself as a writer, podcaster, and mentor to younger actors, reflecting on his life and offering wisdom to those struggling with similar issues. Robert Iler, born on March 2, 1985, started his role as A.J. Soprano in The Sopranos in 1999, at just 14 years old. Growing up in the bustling streets of New York, Robert's life was both a blessing and a curse. The young actor was thrust into the spotlight at a tender age, which often felt overwhelming. Despite his rise to fame, he struggled with the challenges of being a child star, facing media scrutiny and pressure. His character on the show, AJ, mirrored many of Robert's own struggles with identity and purpose, though in a much darker light. As a teenager, Robert found himself entangled in trouble, with brushes with the law and substance abuse. His parents, though supportive, were unable to protect him from the pressures of Hollywood, which led to a strained relationship. He has one sibling and, though his personal life has been marked by conflict, has largely kept away from the public eye in recent years. Now 39 years old in 2025, Robert lives a relatively quiet life, focusing on personal growth and staying out of the limelight after years of struggle. Jamie Lynn Sigler was born on May 15, 1981, in Jericho, New York. She started her role as mezzo-soprano, Tony Soprano's intelligent yet rebellious daughter, in 1999 at the age of 18. Her rise to fame was meteoric, yet it came with personal challenges. As a young actress, she struggled with the pressure of stardom, and her personal life was often scrutinized by the public. Sigler's early years were marked by an ongoing battle with multiple sclerosis, a condition she was diagnosed with at the age of 20, which she kept hidden from the public for many years. In her romantic life, she married professional baseball player A.J. Descala in 2003, but their marriage ended in divorce in 2006, with the couple having one child together, a son named Jack. Her second marriage to professional ice hockey player Cutter Dykstra in 2016 also faced difficulties, though they have 2 children together. Despite the health battles and family turmoil, Sigler continues to be a resilient figure in the entertainment industry. At 43 years old in 2025, she remains active in acting and advocacy for MS awareness, living a quieter life away from the spotlight. Dominic Chianese, born on February 24, 1931, in New York City, brought the role of junior soprano, Tony's demanding uncle, to life in The Sopranos starting in 1999 at the age of 68. Chianese's early years were tough. Growing up in the poverty-stricken neighborhoods of New York City, he developed a passion for music and acting. However, his life took an unexpected turn in his 40s, as he faced periods of unemployment and financial instability. His personal life was equally complicated. He married his wife, Carmela, in 1965, and the couple had 2 children, but the relationship ultimately ended in divorce after decades of marriage. Chianese's struggle with the pressures of fame came later in life, as he dealt with health issues and financial concerns. He also experienced personal grief with the loss of a sibling in the 1990s, which impacted his sense of identity and well-being. In 2025, Chianese is 93 years old, having experienced a career resurgence through The Sopranos, but he lives quietly, having largely retired from acting, enjoying his later years with a focus on family and music. Lorraine Bracco was born on October 2, 1954, in Brooklyn, New York. She joined The Sopranos in 1999 at the age of 45, playing the role of Dr. Jennifer Melfi, the psychiatrist who navigates the complicated relationship with Tony Soprano. Bracco's life before the series was a mix of highs and lows, with a major turning point when she starred in Goodfellas, 1990, which established her as a respected actress in Hollywood. However, her personal life had its own struggles. She was married to actor Daniel Day-Lewis from 1989 to 1996, and they have one child, a daughter named Ramona. Their marriage was rocky, culminating in a divorce, with Bracco admitting the relationship was emotionally draining. Following this, she faced battles with depression, stemming from both career pressures and her turbulent love life. Despite these hardships, she found renewed success with The Sopranos. In 2025, at the age of 70, Bracco continues to enjoy a career in acting, though her personal life remains more private, and she appears to be in a place of contentment. Ida Turturro, born on September 25, 1962, is best known for her role as Janice Soprano in The Sopranos, 2000, where she portrayed Tony's emotionally volatile sister. Starting the role at 38, Turturro's complex portrayal of Janice, with her constant emotional turmoil and complicated relationships, resonated with audiences. Turturro's Italian-American background greatly influenced her career, and she has also performed in various films and TV shows over the years. However, her personal life has had its share of challenges. Despite her acting success, she has struggled with relationships and has never married, keeping much of her personal life private. Turturro faced times of professional insecurity and periods of feeling typecast. She has kept a relatively low profile, focusing on fewer roles as of 2025. At 62, she remains an active presence in Hollywood, though her career has slowed down in recent years, and she continues to keep her personal life shielded from the public eye. Steve Scarpa, born on September 3, 1958, portrayed Bobby Pagliarino in The Sopranos, 2000, a role that began when he was 42. Scarpa's portrayal of Bobby, a kind-hearted mobster with deep family ties, resonated with audiences. Raised in a working-class Italian-American family, Scarpa struggled to make a name for himself in Hollywood before landing his iconic role. His personal life faced significant challenges, including a divorce and difficulties maintaining relationships while navigating the pressures of fame. He has 2 daughters and has been open about his experiences of balancing family life with his career. Scarpa found success later in life and transitioned into acting and writing, with a career that has included roles in various shows and books. At 66 in 2025, he remains active in the entertainment industry, using his platform to reflect on his struggles and growth, both professionally and personally. Scarpa's journey from relative obscurity to success has been an inspiring story of resilience. Drea de Matteo, born on January 19, 1972, is widely recognized for her role as Adriana La Cerva in The Sopranos, 1999, a character who becomes entangled in the tragic world of mob life. At 27 when she started the role, de Matteo's performance was praised for its emotional depth and complexity, especially in portraying Adriana's heartbreaking relationship with Christopher Moltisanti. Raised in a family with Italian-American heritage, de Matteo's early career had its share of struggles, as she worked to break free from being typecast after The Sopranos. Her personal life has had its ups and downs, including a high-profile engagement to actor Michael Weatherly and the birth of their daughter, but their relationship ended in divorce. De Matteo's career continued to see both successes and challenges, with her personal and professional lives often overlapping. At 52 in 2025, she remains a beloved figure in television but now focuses more on her family life, navigating the balance between being a mother and a working actress. Joseph R. Ganiscalli, born on February 15, 1959, portrayed Vito Spatafore in The Sopranos beginning in 1999, when he was 40 years old. Raised in Brooklyn, Joseph grew up in an environment surrounded by the harsh realities of urban life. His path to acting was unconventional. He began in the food industry before making his way into the entertainment world, where his role as Vito gave him both fame and notoriety. Vito's character, struggling with his sexuality, mirrored many aspects of Joseph's own battles with identity and acceptance. Despite his success, Joseph faced a turbulent love life. He had a rocky marriage that ended in separation, with no children to carry on his name. His personal life has been filled with tragic events, including losing close friends and grappling with health scares. As of 2025, Joseph is 65 years old and has largely stepped away from the spotlight, dealing with personal health challenges but continuing to cherish his legacy as Vito in The Sopranos. Dan Grimaldi, born on March 7, 1946, played Patsy Parisi in The Sopranos starting in 2000, at the age of 54. Dan's childhood in Brooklyn was colored by the Italian-American neighborhood where he grew up, which would later influence much of his acting roles. Though he had a lengthy career, it was his role in The Sopranos that brought him widespread recognition. Throughout his career, he struggled with typecasting and often played roles that mirrored his own working-class background. His personal life has had its own share of struggles, including a rocky marriage that ended in divorce. Dan's relationship with his children has remained somewhat private, but he's faced the pain of a strained family life. The loss of his mother in his later years was a blow that he continues to cope with. In 2025, Dan is 78 years old, still active in the industry, and reflecting on the highs and lows of his career and personal life, though he faced significant personal hardships. Jon Ventimiglia, born on July 17, 1963, is best known for his role as Artie Buccio in The Sopranos, starting in 1999 when he was 36 years old. Growing up in New York City, Jon's Italian heritage played a significant role in shaping both his career and the characters he portrayed. His portrayal of Artie, a longtime friend to Tony Soprano, was filled with vulnerability, reflecting Jon's own complex experiences with relationships and personal struggles. Despite his success, Jon's personal life has been marked by painful moments, including a divorce and a battle with depression. He has 2 children, but the relationships within his family have faced turbulent periods. In terms of career, Jon struggled to maintain the same level of recognition after The Sopranos ended, facing the harsh reality of Hollywood's fickle nature. At 61 years old in 2025, Jon has largely moved away from the industry, focusing on his personal life and raising his children while continuing to battle the emotional scars from his earlier years. Vincent Curatola, born on August 16, 1953, played Johnny Sacramone in The Sopranos starting in 1999, at the age of 46. Vincent's early life in New Jersey was one of perseverance and struggle, as he worked his way up in the entertainment world. His portrayal of Johnny Sack, a powerful and conflicted mob boss, struck a chord with fans and critics alike. While his professional life flourished, Vincent's personal life was not without hardships. He went through multiple relationships that ultimately ended in divorce, and he has had to face the challenges of raising children amidst personal and professional instability. His struggles included the pain of losing close friends in the industry and the death of a family member to illness. As of 2025, Vincent is 71 years old, and while he remains an active figure in acting, much of his focus has shifted towards his personal well-being. The tragedies in his life have shaped his current outlook, though he continues to cherish the success he achieved with The Sopranos. Robert Funaro was born on January 23, 1959, in Brooklyn, New York. Acting became his refuge during high school, though his family doubted its practicality. After years of minor roles and theater work, he landed his breakthrough in 2001 as Eugene Pontecorvo in The Sopranos at age 42. Portraying a conflicted hitman trapped between loyalty to the mob and his desire for a better life. The role brought acclaim but also mirrored his own struggles. His first marriage ended in a bitter divorce and a painful custody battle over his children, Gina and Anthony, leaving lasting emotional scars. A second marriage offered temporary peace but ended amicably. Professionally, Funaro faced typecasting, which stifled his career and contributed to financial instability. Personal tragedy compounded his struggles, including the loss of his younger brother to addiction and his mother to cancer, both of which left him grappling with grief. Now 65 years old in 2025, Funaro has transitioned to teaching acting and mentoring, channeling his pain into guiding others. Who is your favorite character from The Sopranos? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.